Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. So today, we're diving into a pretty massive shift. A lot of people are looking ahead to 2025, scratching their heads, wondering where that next big, stable opportunity is actually hiding. Well, looking at our sources, the answer might literally be right beneath our feet. We're going to break down 10 highly profitable, seriously modern agriculture business ideas for 2025. And look, this isn't just about, planting seeds in the dirt. It's a real deep dive into low-investment, high-yield agribusinesses.
Actually, there's a quote from the source material that just hits the nail on the head here. Farming is no longer limited to plows and tractors. It's a powerful business. We really need to shatter those old, outdated stereotypes. When most of us hear the word farming, we immediately picture, right? Backbreaking labor, these endless stretches of land, and honestly, pretty low pay. But man, times have fundamentally changed. Today's agriculture, it's a dynamic, completely profit-driven enterprise. So let's just go ahead and completely shift how we look at farming today.
Okay, let's contrast these two realities for a second. On one hand, you've got traditional farming. It's exhausting, it's incredibly labor-intensive, and it often yields super low income simply because it relies on outdated tools. But then, on the flip side, you have modern agribusiness. This is driven by smart tech, surprisingly low initial investments, and, incredibly high profitability. This is exactly the reality we're exploring today. It's all about working smarter, not harder, to build a seriously lucrative enterprise right from the ground up. To keep things organized, we've grouped these 10 ideas into 4 quick categories: earth and crops, livestock and bees, passive income, and finally, agrotech and the future. Let's jump right into Category 1.
Section 1. Earth and Crops, Maximizing Small Spaces. Here, we're focusing on ideas that leverage soil in some surprisingly compact areas.
Let's kick this off with our source's absolute top pick. Number 1. Vermicompost production. Now, why is this such a favorite? Well, chemical fertilizers are getting crazy expensive, and they actually degrade soil quality over time. Vermicompost, on the other hand, is literally like a multivitamin for the soil, and farmers are practically lining up to buy it. Plus, the process is so straightforward. You just take a waste pit or tank, toss in some dung and kitchen waste, and then add special earthworms. You keep the moisture up, and the worms do the rest. They eat the waste and turn it into this nutrient-rich, organic compost in just 45 to 60 days. And the best part? The initial investment is insanely low, just around 20 to 25,000 rupees.
Now look at this number, 30 to 40 days. That is exactly how fast you can grow our second idea, which is mushroom cultivation. Mushrooms have this massive constant demand in hotels and everyday households. And get this, they barely need any space. You literally just need a slightly dark, cool room. You lay down some dry grass, add the little mushroom seeds, they call that spawn, and in just about a single month, your crop is good to go. You can launch this with an investment of about 50,000 rupees, and within 3 to 4 months, you're looking at a potential profit of 1.5 to 2 lakh rupees. That's wild.
This flows right into top pick number 4, which actually offers 2 massive opportunities. First up is spice farming. Spices like turmeric, chili, and cumin, they're the very identity of India, right? They just need normal soil and water. But after 6 to 8 months of growth, you aren't just selling to the local market, you're tapping into the highly lucrative international export market. The second part is herbal and medicinal plants. Think tulsi, ashwagandha, aloe vera, and neem. These are so incredibly low maintenance. They're super easy to grow, and pharmaceutical and beauty companies will literally buy them off you in bulk. Once your plantation is established, the yearly profits are just massive.
Rounding out our earth and crops section is the seed and nursery business. It's simple, it's super effective, and again, takes up very little space. By focusing on growing seedlings, flowers, and fast-growing vegetable plants, you're creating this continuous, totally reliable income stream. Local farmers and just everyday folks are always on the hunt for quality seedlings to kickstart their own gardens. With some good soil, water, and just a little bit of care, this small-scale setup delivers a really steady, regular profit, and you can easily scale it up over time.
Moving on to Section 2. Livestock and bees, steady income streams. Let's look at businesses built around animal byproducts that practically guarantee consistent, year-round revenue.
First, we have poultry farming. For a really reasonable investment, like 50 to 60,000 rupees, you can manage 500 chickens in a surprisingly small area. The demand for poultry basically never drops, so it guarantees a steady, fast-growing year-round income. Then, compare that to modern dairy farming. Notice I said modern. Instead of a massive, hard-to-manage herd, you keep just 5 to 10 cows in a small, well-managed space. You give them good feed, clean water, and basic daily care, and they produce fresh milk, ghee, and paneer. You can sell those directly to local markets or door-to-door, giving you a super reliable daily cash flow. Now, if you want high returns with remarkably low daily effort, you have got to look at beekeeping. It's such a fascinating, highly profitable business. In a tiny space, you set up bee boxes. Over the course of just 6 to 8 months, the bees essentially do all the heavy lifting for you. Honestly, they're the ultimate employees. You get to harvest pure honey, which is always in massive demand. Plus, you can generate extra income by selling beeswax and pollen. It's basically the ultimate low-maintenance, high-reward system.
All right, Section 3, Passive Income and Long-Term Returns. This is really for the visionary who wants a venture that delivers decades of effortless financial reward. Just looking at the timeline for bamboo farming shows you the magic of this idea. At year 0, you plant it. Bamboo requires almost zero water and virtually no care. By year 3, you're making your very first cut. And then, well, for the next 40 to 50 years, you just reap continuous profit. Bamboo is always in sky-high demand for furniture, paper, and home decor. So low cost up front, extremely high profit, and literally half a century of passive income? Pretty amazing.
Finally, Section 4, Agritech and the Smart Future. This category is our source's absolute, ultimate, future-proof business idea.
So what exactly is agritech? By definition, it's shifting agricultural work into a service-based model. See, traditional farmers are struggling right now to maximize their profits using the old methods. Agritech steps in to give them modern tech, smart tools, and digital guidance to radically increase their crop yield and income. It's completely revolutionizing local agriculture, and it positions you right at the absolute center of the industry's future.
The really crucial takeaway for top pick number 10 here is that you don't even need to be a farmer yourself to run an agrobusiness. No way. With just a laptop, a smartphone, and a few basic tools, you can run a highly profitable digital service. You could offer soil testing, set up smart irrigation systems, handle drone spraying or massive fields, or manage crop monitoring. You just charge a fee or even set up a subscription model to guide local farmers. The investment is super low, the demand is incredible, and it is hands down the absolute safest bet for the future.
Section 5, your agribusiness summary. Let's pull all this data together into one clear, actionable takeaway. Okay, here's our definitive comparison. With vermicomposting, your investment level is very low, the time to profit is fast, and the future safety is rock solid as organic farming booms. Now, mushroom cultivation. It takes a medium investment, but the time to profit is incredibly quick with massive returns. Bamboo farming obviously requires a lot of patience up front, but its future safety and continuous passive profit over 50 years is just totally unmatched. And finally, agritech. A low investment in basic tools yields a fast time to profit with absolute future-proof safety. Honestly, there's something here to fit totally different business styles. So we've seen the data, we've broken down the investment structures, and we've proven that modern farming is absolutely a high-yield, smart tech enterprise. So I want to leave you with this really provocative question straight from our source material. Are you truly on the right financial track for 2025? Think about it. If you're still relying entirely on traditional income streams and ignoring the massive potential of these low-investment agribusiness ideas, well, it just might be time to completely rethink your trajectory. Thank you so much for joining me on The Explainer, and keep exploring.